I want to quickly talk to you about the best BigCommerce alternatives. So if you're interested in, let's say, having an online presence, and for some reason you don't want to go with BigCommerce, what are the alternatives you need to really think about? So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So number 7, you have Shift4Shop. Our score, 8.6 over 10. So when you think about Shift4Shop, think about a platform that's great with an extensive backend. You have a lot of capabilities here. We love the fact that it's user friendly, and you actually get online as soon as possible. You actually set up your online store as soon as possible. The thing is that you need to understand that Shift4Shop is really great in terms of like if you are trying to, like if you want to have SEO functionalities, it's really great. And this tool offers lots of inventory management control. You actually can you can change themes anytime you want. So that level of customizability is really fantastic. We love the fact that you are able to, you also have options in terms of your dashboard. It's user friendly. The only thing we don't like is that it's not cheap. It is not cheap. But hey, listen, if you are in e-commerce, you have to pay to get something right. It's all about investing. It's all about your return on investment. So Shift4Shop is a great BigCommerce alternative. Not the cheapest one, but it is still great. Is it user friendly? Yes. Is it friendly to beginners? Not really. So if you are a newbie right now, you listen to me, Shift4Shop is not really the best place for you to start. Let's quickly go through the pros and cons here. So here are the pros for Shift4Shop. You have superb SEO prompts. You have an extensive backend. What about the cons here for Shift4Shop? You have a relatively expensive platform. There is no mobile app as of now. And also in terms of usability for beginners, not really friendly there. So it's an important element to understand that, you know, if you are a beginner, you don't care about the back end. You don't care about an extensive back end. You want to have something that is user friendly. And Shift4Shop right now is not really friendly to beginners. I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for Shift4Shop. So basically, they're telling you it is free, but they want you to call. They want you to call them. You need to call customer service to have a better idea. It's not free though. It's definitely not free. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. We are going to have a wonderful conversation. Number 6, we have GoDaddy. Our score, 8.9 over 10. So when you think about GoDaddy, I want you to think about a great tool that's easy to use, especially because you have artificial intelligence, because GoDaddy has a feature called ADI. So that's artificial design intelligence. So this is actually great. And the ADI tool within GoDaddy is called GoCentral. And it is a tool that allows you to do a lot of things. Basically, the thing is that GoDaddy makes building an online store just easy. With GoCentral, the ADI tool, you can create an e-commerce store in just a few moments. So if website building was a race, GoDaddy is basically Usain Bolt in our view, and BigCommerce is your average Joe. So, however, GoDaddy doesn't offer much aside from speed. There's not much more creative freedom. Okay, this feature lacks quality and is tricky to integrate blogs. So the pricing is easy to factor into your budget though, and because you have a flat fee of about $20 a month. But again, in terms of creativity, not really there. Okay, so I want you to really, let's go through the pros and cons real quick here. So the pros here, GoDaddy is the fastest to build and easiest to use. You can switch themes after publishing, not a problem. What about the GoDaddy cons here in terms of BigCommerce alternatives? The features lack quality and not much creative freedom here. And I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for GoDaddy as of the date of the show. So one thing I want to say in general here is that GoDaddy is really great for let's say you want to have an e-commerce platform. I mean, you want to have an e-commerce store and you don't really care about the appearance. You don't care about, like, you have a target audience who doesn't care about the appearance of your website. You have a target audience who doesn't care about the branding, like your branding, who loves you so much, who loves your product so much, who loves your, let's say, your service so much that they don't care about the, what we call the collateral. So that's a great case because then you can use the GoDaddy, not a problem. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're talking about BigCommerce alternatives, and I have 7 for you. I already gave you 2. So we have Shift for Shop, number 7, number 6, GoDaddy. Number 5, we have Volusion. Our score, 9/10. So when you think about Volusion, think about great features. Think about great analytics. This is the one thing that we really love with Volusion. Volusion is not really like your star. It's neither your lackluster sort of software tool. It is just in the middle. And Volusion is a middleweight in the e-commerce ring, but it does pack a punch with its data analytics tools. So what Volusion does really well is data analytics. It'll give you something with granularity so much you'll be like, wow, this is just crazy. So, and this is what we think that Volusion has spent a lot of cash, a lot of resources, a lot of efforts on developing its analytics tools, and but it hasn't done so much when it comes to the front office. Maybe the front end of things. Maybe they will work on it on the next few months or weeks or years. And so this is really this is what we love. For example, you don't have much features. You don't have many features on Volusion, and Volusion doesn't have blogging tools, and Volusion is not really easy to use either. Volusion, you have a steep learning curve with Volusion, okay? And Volusion performs well in the payment area, integrating with plenty of gateways like you have Apple Pay, you have PayPal, you have Stripe. It also comes with a mobile app letting you manage your store on the move. So this is kind of cool. And Volusion actually has several pricing plans. And I'll quickly talk to you about the pricing later on. But one thing I want to say, we don't have the pricing information, but one thing I want to say here is that, I think we will put the pricing on the screen for you so you have a clear idea. If we see it, we'll put it on the screen. If we don't see it, then then it's not available. One thing I want to say here is that in terms of Volusion pros and cons, here are the pros. You cannot sell products. You cannot sell digital products. And basically, the tool also lacks blogging feature. What am I talking about here? No. So I first want to talk to you about the pros. So you can sell digital products and you can actually get blogging feature using a third-party plugin. What about the cons? You cannot update stock levels, and there is no multi-channel selling. So this is what it is with Volusion here. Number 4, we have Weebly, our score, 9.2/10. So when you think about Weebly, I want you to think about the best value for money. By the way, Weebly is owned by Square. So Square is another biggie in the e-commerce world. And so this is the best value for money. And with Weebly, you don't need to worry much about cost because it is well priced. It comes in at the best value for money platform into this video because you have a lot of interesting sort of payment capabilities here. And Weebly is also really easy to use thanks to its drag and drop interface. And in terms of features, it is great for blogging, provides password protected pages, and has recently integrated with popular payment gateway Square. And so this is kind of cool. And now, if you have, let's say you have more than 30 products, we just recommend that you sell elsewhere because Weebly just doesn't have the capabilities as of yet. And the tool also lacks store inventory management tools, and you cannot sell across multiple channels. Okay. And however, in terms of pricing, you can't really complain. You can build an e-commerce store with Weebly from just $8 to $10 a month. We'll show you the pricing later on. If we have it, because we used to have it, but sometimes they remove pricing information from their website. But if we have it, we'll show it on the screen. And so what I want to say here is that I want to quickly go through the pros and cons of Weebly. So what are the pros here? Well, it is easy to use. That's for sure. You get the best value for money. This is really good. What about the Weebly cons here? Well, you cannot update stock levels. There is no multi-channel selling available here in terms of Weebly. And in terms of pricing, if we have it, let's put it on the screen right now. And if we don't have it, then there is no information to share. But it's just great to say that Weebly, the pricing is really sort of flexible here. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the best BigCommerce alternatives. Number 3, we have a Squarespace. Our score, 9.4 over 10. So when you think about Squarespace, I want you to think about a great player. And I want you to think about visually aesthetic, visually pleasant templates. Squarespace is really great for the creatives. If you have a creative bone in your and you just want to have like a better presence online, Squarespace might be one of the best players for you. And what we love about we love the fact that Squarespace actually will make your online store look good, and will also help you in terms of revenue, in terms of customer acquisition. And Squarespace isn't just a pretty face. It actually has a real depth and quality to its features, particularly with its social media integration tools. And you also have access to some useful analytics tools to help you manage your site's growth. This is really great. And Squarespace lacks numerous payment options and an app market, meaning you are restricted to its built-in features. However, it's still scored pretty well on our list because you can actually you can mitigate this deficiencies, if you will, through third-party apps. Okay, so this is an important element to really keep in mind. And one thing I also want to say here is that when you look at the constellation of templates, constellation of features, constellation of themes you have through Squarespace, you really have a great product here, especially if you're looking for a BigCommerce alternative. And let me quickly go through the pros and cons of Squarespace here. So the pros: you have high quality themes, and you have one of the best designs on the market. What about the cons here? Well, Squarespace lacks a variety of payment options, and there is no app store as of the date of the show. Obviously, they will change this in the future. They probably will add an app store, not a problem at all. But as of the date of this show, they don't have one yet. I want to show you right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for Squarespace as of the date of the show. Here you can see here that you go from personal all the way to commerce and commerce advanced. So within commerce, you have two pricing tiers. You have commerce basic and commerce advanced. Number 2, you have Wix. Our score, 9.6 over 10. And the thing is, when it comes to Wix, what we love about Wix is the ability to do a lot of things in terms of like ease of use. So usability is great. You have what we call the ADI, like what you have with GoDaddy, the artificial design intelligence. Wix has it also. So GoDaddy is not the only one having it. And so when we talk about Wix, we're talking about a very easy and friendly tool for building websites. And so you are able to do a lot of things. But now when it comes to online stores, Wix is fantastic, but not as great as Shopify, for instance. Okay. And so you need to actually have the e-commerce functionalities on the higher tier plans. And you also, one thing I need to say here is that the intuitive drag and drop feature lets you customize your online stores with ease, while you can also add product videos to lure in customers. And you also benefit from excellent SEO features to help you, like in your store, rank higher on Google. So this is kind of cool. So this is really good, especially if let's say you're just trying to really create a website within minutes. The ADI feature can really help you, like big time. ADI feature is going to help you big time in terms of getting your website up and running ASAP. One thing I need to say also is that Wix does have a free plan though, but in order to sell stuff, you need to upgrade to a premium plan. So this range from $16 all the way to, I'll show you the Wix plans later on, but this range from $16 to $59 per month, of course, per user per month. And what are the pros and cons of Wix here? First, let's talk about the pros. You have this tool is very easy to use. You can add product videos, You could do a lot of things. What about the cons here? Well, no abandoned cart recovery feature and no multi-channel selling is possible right now. So this is one of those things you need to pay attention to. So here is the pricing for Wix as of the date of the show. I want you to look on the screen here to see the different pricing tiers. Number one, the best of the best. When it comes to the BigCommerce alternatives, Shopify. Our score, 9.8 over 10. So when you think about Shopify, I want you to think about the best all-around e-commerce platforms. Okay, the company has been around for a while now. It is based in Toronto. It's a Canadian company, and they've been around for the last 20 years. And so Shopify actually topped nearly every category in our user testing. And so Shopify is simply the best because it is comprehensive. It covers all the areas you need for selling online easily and covers them all. It's easy to use, has great business tools, and offers superb customer support. And better still, Shopify's pricing plan is nothing to be scared of. There are 3 core pricing plans like $39, $109, and $399 per month, all giving you stronger features the more you pay. So this is really great. And so what are the pros and cons here? So first, the pros. So you have built-in features. You don't have to rely very much on third-party apps for full functionality, and it won't actually drive up the cost. You have scalability. So beginner plans start under $30 a month, while not $30, $40 a month, while the top plans can support brands like Toyota and Ben & Jerry's. You have multi-channel integrations. It's easy to sell across multiple marketplaces and keep products organized and tracked with SEO. So this is really an important element. And what about the Shopify? What about the cons? Well, Shopify is not the easiest to use. BigCommerce is a powerful platform, means that there is a learning curve involved, and customizing your design can be tricky. You also have complex technology. So the complex technology here is no biggie. Just have Google open in a separate tab. And the pricing also, BigCommerce can get expensive beyond the first plan. So those are elements that you need to pay attention to here. I want to show you right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for Shopify as of the date of the show, so you have a better idea what I was talking about. Let me quickly talk to you about the overview here before we close to this conversation. The thing here is that when we talk about the best BigCommerce alternatives, so I give you the 7, but what about open source e-commerce platforms? That's a question that we should address, because we love website builders, yes, but what about open source e-commerce platforms? So here I'm talking about WordPress. I'm talking about Magento, Adobe Commerce. I'm talking about Drupal. And it's important to understand that an open source platform gives you unlimited customization through coding, but you have to organize web hosting and website security yourself. And so website builders are ready to use out-of-the-box softwares, while open source platforms require a lot more effort to build your website. In short, open source platforms are much harder to use. One open source platform, WooCommerce, is actually the specific plugin for WordPress. So you will need a WordPress website to install it. Magento is actually another popular open source platform, currently at about 250,000 online stores. So they are both free to use, but you will spend a lot of time and effort building your website, which should be spent concentrating on other aspects of your business. And so how do you choose an alternative to BigCommerce, by the way? Because I'll give you a couple of names here. And so you want to pay attention to a few things. Pay attention to pricing, ease of use, of course, quality of features, third-party integrations, design flexibility, build time. So those are elements you want to pay attention to, because it's important for you to know what kind of BigCommerce alternative you might be looking for, you might be looking at, okay? And so it's important also to look at your own situation and say, okay, I think I'm still active, I'm still okay, and I want to do something totally else. So this is where basically BigCommerce will step in and kind of help you out. And so one thing you need to pay attention to is that when we talk about Shopify, we're speaking about the best overall e-commerce platform. Wix, the best generic website builder with e-commerce functionality. For Squarespace, we have the best design templates. For Weebly, we have the best value for money. For Volusion, we have great analytics, tools, and features. GoDaddy, easiest to use, and Shift for Shop, an extensive backend. Before I close this conversation, I want to share with you our approach when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing the tools that I just spoke to you in today's conversation. Please check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. Number 1, we have Shopify. Our score 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have Wix, 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have Squarespace, 9.4 over 10. Number 4, we have Weebly, 9.2 over 10. Number 5, we have Volusion, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have GoDaddy.com, 8.9 over 10. Number 7, we have Shift for Shop. Our score 8.6 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.